Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Luxury Microfiber here in Dallas, Texas. I want to talk about something. I'm going to go in here. I just bought a brand new QX60 2019 Infiniti, and I want to do, this really isn't a deep cleaning, right? It's a new car. I've got some light dust. What I'm going to do is just kind of sprucing it up a little bit using a waterless wash that's been mixed up in this bottle. I'm going to go around and kind of clean up the light dust and dirt, get that stuff off the plastic. After that, I'm going to use, you guys have heard me talk about Meguiar's hyper dressing before, really nice dressing to kind of make the plastic interior components in the engine kind of pop and look great. I'm going to go a little bit further. I actually want to protect this plastic. Products like this, like Meguiar's hyper dressing, even if you wanted to use like a dedicated, water-based tire cream or tire dressing, you can rub that on the plastic as well. These are really great products when we're working on older cars where the plastic kind of has gotten faded, neglected, maybe lightly discolored. This can kind of bring all that nice natural black look to the plastic and kind of make everything blend. But the plastic's in great shape. So what I'm going to do after I clean this is I'm going to use a SiO2 silica-based spray sealant on all the plastic. I'm also going to use, this is kind of a cool tip, we have these hood blankets underneath the hood. When I get done cleaning this thing up and sprucing it up, I'm going to take like a fabric protectant, like Scotchguard, whatever you may have, and I'm going to lightly spray that hood blanket. The reason for that is I kind of want to make that hood blanket a little waterproof. I want it to be able to repel dust and dirt. Makes it easier to clean in the future. Does that kind of make sense? So that's a cool tip. You can kind of spray those hood blankets if they're in great shape with a fabric guard. The other thing I have here is this little X-Power blower. I've owned this thing for years, probably 2 or 3 years now. It's got a high and low setting. I'm just going to kind of blow out the dust before I go in there and do my contact wipe down, if you will, with the waterless wash. Blow out the dust, kind of dry some things up, and then I'll, do the waterless wash, rinse all the way around. I'm also going to use, this is when I recommend just having some basic utility microfiber towels. Use whatever towels that you like, but these are ones I don't really care about. I don't use them on the paint. I'm going to use them to clean this engine bay. So let's get in here and have a little bit of fun. I'll show you how I do this real quick, and then we'll go from there. I kind of want to, one of the nice things about the silica spray is that it's not only going to dress the plastic, but boy, it's going to protect it. It kind of gets absorbed in the plastic. And I want to preserve these plastic pieces because they're not in bad shape now, right? I don't want them to get bad from getting hot over a period of time. I want to preserve it as much as I can. So that's why I'm going that extra step versus just using a typical dressing. All right, let's go in here. Let me blow this out real quick, and then we'll go from there. How you guys doing? I know a lot of you guys in the north are going through some really tough cold. My heart goes out to you. Hang tight. Spring's almost here. Someone's going to say, Scott, it's nowhere near. Just that blower alone got a lot of dust and dirt off there, but that's fine. We'll just go in here with my waterless wash and kind of sprucing up this engine bay. You don't need a lot, right? This kind of makes sense. It's not overly dirty. It's a new engine compartment. Just go in here and lightly spray this stuff all over everything. Get this plastic shroud up here by the firewall. For a lot of people who are really scared about introducing water into an engine bay, if you stay on top of your engine, you can kind of basically do this little trick all the time. Do it every couple of months. Don't let it get out of hand. It works really well. You don't have to worry about, if you're nervous about introducing too much water into the engine bay, kind of just stay on top of it. That makes sense, right? Again, it's not overly dirty. I just want to get about 85 to 90% of all these surfaces touched and cleaned up. So when I apply the protectant to the plastic, it can kind of soak in and bond, if you will, kind of give us a nice effect from a dressing point of view. But we're also going to protect these plastics so they don't fade or get nasty looking in the future, right? I kind of want to hold on to this thing. Well, for me, when I buy a new car, I typically keep it for 2, maybe 3 years. I don't keep them any longer than that, but I still want this baby to look good every time I pop the hood. Or if I have to go have it serviced with the Infinity dealer, when they pop open the hood and they see that I'm protecting it and taking care of it, they'll do the same, hopefully, right? Give me a little respect, see that I stay on top of it. They'll be careful what they do in here. They won't leave it nasty and dirty for me, so that's kind of important too. It kind of leaves a impression upon the mechanic when they work on your car that you keep up on top of it, and that's awesome. All right, I like that. Didn't have to go too far. This is kind of easy work. Of course, I'm going to get underneath this hood here, but I won't kill you with that. And I'll also put the SiO2 sealant on the painted areas as well. But now what I'll do is take a microfiber applicator pad and take a silica-based SiO2 spray. Just put a couple spritz on this applicator pad. Go in here and rub it on the plastic. This will darken and enrich, if you will, the plastic. That's kind of a nice touch. But more importantly, it's going to do a nice job of maintaining that plastic look. You know, plastic on cars, they're constantly venting out VOCs. They begin to break down, and that's what makes them look white and chalky. They're highly susceptible to heat and oxidation. So this silica sealant is going to kind of absorb into the plastic and kind of slow that down for me going into the future. So that's kind of cool. So I think you guys get the point, right? Do you guys want me to wipe down everything? No, Scott, please turn the camera off. Most, if not all, silica sprays are completely safe for plastic. They're not going to get them white or chalky looking. That's kind of important, right? We don't want that nasty stuff all over our plastic and having an issue later. I know these videos can be a little boring, right, watching somebody work, but if you've never done this before, it's kind of fun to watch somebody else do it. I learn a lot by watching somebody do it, and I kind of absorb a lot of the information that way, and I kind of go forward like that, you know, so it's kind of cool. I'll take a separate microfiber towel that isn't wet, and I'll just lightly knock down the SiO2 sealant on the plastic. Yeah, there's some places that I missed, but this video is already getting too long as it is. I don't want to kill you, but I'll sprucing it up, hit some of the places that I missed after I turned the camera off, but I just wanted to give you a basic idea of how you can do it. So I'll bring you in close, let you see the areas that I have treated. That plastic looks pretty good, looks nice. It's not greasy, it's not snotty feeling, it's not wet. And now that plastic is going to, you know, stay preserved a little bit longer. I don't have to worry about the plastic becoming dull or faded over a period of time from heat and just everyday wear and tear, right? So that looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'll shoot the silica sealant on that back area there, then of course under the hood. But now that I'm at this point, sorry guys, let me put this camera down. I know this is always the tough part, right? Now what I'm gonna do is just take my fabric protector, Scotchguard. You can buy this stuff at Walmart, it's pretty easy. And then I'll lightly just kind of mist over this hood blanket. What's really cool about this stuff, it's gonna give like a waterproof barrier to this hood. So water's not gonna absorb so much into the hood blanket, makes it easier to clean in the future. So I thought that was a really cool tip for you guys to, you know, if you want to incorporate that in your engine bay details, that's cool. That helps out quite a bit. Yeah, be careful you get any overspray. Just knock it down if you got some on the plastic. And you're ready to go. I love it. Now my plastic is protected. The engine bay looks great. I'll probably do this every 3 or 4 months, just kind of keep on top of it so it never really gets out of hand. The plastic pieces will always look great. Very easy to do, very safe. You're not introducing a lot of water. Anybody can do this. It's not all that difficult. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I love you guys. Also, just an update on, here, let me get in the camera's view. On Facebook, I started a Facebook group page. Is that what you guys call it? I don't know. I'm not really all that internet savvy, but if you guys want to, I created a Facebook group. It's called DPC Group. DPC in big letters and capitals, DPC Group. Got several hundred people in there discussing all sorts of products, all sorts of brands and tools. I told everybody, hey, just go in there, share knowledge, share love and passion for auto detailing. Have fun. I try to get in there as much as I can and answer some questions. There's some seasoned auto detailing veterans that are in there that are helping people with questions. So if you guys are interested, you're more than welcome to join the group. You can find it just by doing a search on Facebook, DPC Group. If you have a hard time finding it, you can go to my own personal Facebook page, which is just listed as Scott Bly, B-L-E-Y. There'll be a link on my personal page, and you can just go to the group from there. Folks, I love you. That's what I'm going to do for this this new car, this new engine bay. Looks sweet. I'm happy with it, and we'll keep it this way going forward. Talk to you guys soon.